Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Hi guys, Chris Pirillo here, and much like the rest of you, I'm sick and tired of seeing all these hot women rule the guru section on YouTube with all their cosmetics tips, so I thought I'd start my own series of cosmetics tips for guys. Today's subject, the unibrow. You know, if you're a guy and you're rocking a unibrow, knock it off. You're ruining it for the rest of us. If you're a girl and you got a unibrow, you're on your own. Not going to go there. So how can you tell if you have a unibrow? Well, you look in the mirror, and if you only have one eyebrow across your brow, you have a unibrow. How can you solve this problem? Well, first of all, you got to see it as a problem. Second of all, you should not use any kind of flame to divide your eyebrow, because at that point you have a unibrow. One, brow, meaning something else. Don't use fire. I would also not recommend any kind of duct tape because, well, it's not going to work very well and you're likely to take off more than you need to. Essentially, you have to divide your unibrow into two eyebrows. And I know, much like yourself, I've got thick eyebrows. It's just something that we guys get, you know, and we have to take care of it, at least divide your unibrow into two. My recommendation, spend $2 on a good pair of tweezers. Now I say $2 because you've got to avoid the dollar tweezers. Not any good, believe me. I've done my own case studies on this, and there is a big difference between dollar tweezers and $2 tweezers. Here's a $2 tweezers right here, because you can tell because the end is really sharp and pointed, so you're able to grab those hairs and pluck them out. Very recommended. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video in the bathroom is, well, because this is probably where you're going to want to pluck. I've got all sorts of mirrors in here, but in case I need another one, hang on. God bless America. Hang on, somewhere. Got another mirror here. So, hold the mirror in one hand, whichever hand that you're not handed in. So, if you're ambidextrous, which means you could use both hands for a variety of tasks, doesn't matter. I happen to be right-handed, therefore I'm putting the tweezers, again, $2 tweezers, in my right hand. Very important. You would not want to pluck in a hand that's not dominant. And if you don't know why, go ahead and try it for yourself. See what happens. So you can either look in the mirror directly, and there's a mirror behind me. You can't see it because the camera's pointed this direction. Or you hold up the pair of tweezers up into where you've got your unibrow section here in the middle. Again, you have to, if you didn't study in mathematics, you probably wouldn't understand anything about symmetry. It's also important that you start plucking right, tap dead center, right in the middle of your unibrow, okay? And some unibrows, you can tell because it comes to a point, and there should be, I would say, oh, dropped my tweezers. Should have spent $3 on them. Could have got ones with grips. So I would say you'd want about a ½ inch distance between your two eyebrows. It's going to vary depending on, you know, how your face is structured. But symmetrically, you want it to be even. You do not want to divide on one half more than the other. That won't do the trick. So then you identify some of the longer hairs, and you can tell because there are hairs that are sitting right in the middle, and you put the tweezer right as close to the base as you can and pull out. This should not hurt if you're doing it right. There we go. There's my first hair plucked. Now you may say, well, Chris, you're not, you know, having a problem with the unibrow. That's because I take care of my unibrow. That's why. There we go. There's another one. Otherwise, I would have one. So I've got another one there. It doesn't really matter what you do with the hairs. I mean, you could hold on to them, possibly tape them up for posterity, if you're a freak like that. And, you know, after you're done, you should be pretty happy with the results. I mean, you should have two eyebrows, which is really nice. And I guarantee there's probably not a female on the planet who would be attracted to someone with a unibrow. And if they are, well, then they're absolutely correct in saying that looks certainly aren't everything. If you're a guy and you got a unibrow, please use some tweezers and a mirror, and just get the job done. So this was one tip, cosmetics for guys, makeup tips for dudes. Not really makeup, but hey, hopefully you're going to look better. And if it's not obvious to you, I need to shave. That's going to be a subject in one of the next cosmetic tip video things that I do. Going to try to overtake all these fancy females there, the gurus who are posting cosmetic and makeup tips. Yeah, I'm giving you a run for your money with a $2 pair of tweezers. My email address is at .com. Feel free to drop me a line if you got any other tips that I might be able to share with other dudes, possibly make us look a little better, more attractive to the female of the species. Much more, what is it, friendlier than the male? Can't remember how the song goes. You're more than welcome to stop by our website where I'm normally doing live video with the chat room. We're typically talking tech 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.